welcome back to Champion the Passion, a weekly pro wrestling podcast where we inspire you to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love. I'm your host. My name is Victoria Daisy, and today we're going to be recapping everything that happened last night on AEW Dynamite's 6-year anniversary show. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms, and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. But let's dive right into the opening match. We had a 6-man tag match. The Young Bucks and Josh Alexander versus Brodito and Kenny Omega. This was such a fun match. I mean, some of AEW's greatest all-in-one ring. It was magical. So many amazing spots and move sequences that made this the perfect way to open a 6-year anniversary show. In the end, Brodito and Kenny Omega won, and after Kenny was left alone in the ring with the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander, and they were beating him up. And then coming out for the save was Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus Jurassic Express. I heard Tarzan Boy play and I lost my mind. I was so excited. So after Kenny dealt with all that, everyone left, and he got on the mic to say that the last 6 years he has seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but he's so thankful to the fans for being there since day one, and overall just cut a very heartfelt promo just explaining his last 6 years in the company and how it just made him a better man and how much he values the fans. But then once he was done, the lights went out, and for a split second I thought, oh, okay, they're just transitioning to the next thing, until the commentators were like, what is going on? The lights came back up and there was a man standing in a suit and a mask, and I said, what the hell is going on? He unmasked himself, and are you ready for this? It was Andrade, the last person I expected to see on my TV screen. It was Andrade returning back to AEW for like the 500th time. And not only that, but he aligned with Don Callis. So he is now a part of the Don Callis family, which is an even bigger gag. And so I'm just so curious to see where we go moving forward, considering he is kind of on his last days of being interesting to the fans. I think the fans are kind of tired of seeing him hop back and forth between companies. So this run better be good, or else I'm going to be completely out of touch. But after, we had a match for the TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher defending against Orange Cassidy. This honestly was one of my favorites of the night. Both men worked so well together and executed every spot so flawlessly. I mean, there was a couple close calls, to be honest, that kept me on the edge of my seat. And right there, those close calls are always an indicator of a great match, because if they can glue your eyes to the screen, then you know something magical is happening. Then Hologram came out to sabotage Orange Cassidy, which is strange considering the fact that Kyle Fletcher attacked him last week. But after that, Kyle Fletcher retained, and everyone was really confused. But then it was revealed that that wasn't even Hologram. It was this other dude, which I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not going to, but that dude. It wasn't Hologram. He was posing to be him, and he also joined the Don Callis family. So last night we got 2 new members of the Don Callis family, which was absolutely insane. And then after, the entire Don Callis family came out. And just thinking about the Don Callis family, I mean, they are so large. There are so many of them. They are so stacked of talent. I mean, you have obviously Don Callis himself, Kazuchika Okada, oh my gosh, if you guys listen to my AEW recaps, I always can never say his name in one shot. Konosuke Takeshita, there we go. Kyle Fletcher, Andrade, this new guy, and a couple other people too. But I mean, oh my gosh, it is so stacked. Then after, we had a trios match, the Death Riders versus Hangman Adam Page, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe. Similar to the 6-man tag match we saw earlier, this was nothing short of greatness. I mean, when you continue to put your best wrestlers all in one ring, it is a recipe for cinema, truly. And that's exactly what it was. I mean, I loved getting to see each person shine in the ring and have their moment to really show what they're made of. And the storytelling was really good. And just everything about it, I really loved. But of course, in the end, Hangman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe took the W. After that, we had a match that actually, I think, was announced during the show. Like, it wasn't like one that was announced prior. And I popped big time because we had timeless Tony Storm versus Ty Mello, somebody who's been killing it over on Collision with Anna Jay. And I am loving Ty Mello. I've always loved her, first of all. And I obviously love Tony. And so to see them collide for the first time in the ring was so special. It was such a fun match. I mean, this matchup on paper is really interesting, but truly they over delivered with the intensity and the cool move sequences. And I also have to say that Ty really proved that she can hang with the best of the best. Obviously, Ty is more of a mid-carder, but I definitely do think that she can hang with the top stars like Tony Storm. And so I hope that she gets more Dynamite opportunities, considering, like I mentioned, she has been doing a lot over on Collision. But since that's more of the secondary show, I would like to see her more on the main show soon. And obviously, with the new AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships, I'm really hoping that Ty J can get a shot at those titles. I think that'd be awesome. But in the end, Tony Storm did win the match. And after the match, Tony got on the mic to talk about her losing her title at All Out. She said that when the match ended, she felt like her world ended and it was silent. She then said that in her darkest moments, she started to question a lot of things. And one of the biggest questions she dealt with is, who is she without the AEW Women's World Championship? And she says that she's not done with Chris Statlander and she wants a rematch. So she challenged Chris Statlander to name the time and name the place. And in the end, it was revealed we are getting this match at AEW Wrestle Dream October 18th in St. Louis, Missouri. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm super excited. I mean, we have somebody like Tony Storm who truly is timeless, truly is the top of the AEW women's division. And then on the other side, you have somebody like Chris Statlander, who has been there from the beginning, has worked her way truly to the top, has waited years for her moment, and it's now her time to shine. And of course, as much as I would love Toni Storm to retain, or not to retain, to re-win her title, I don't think that's going to happen. It's definitely Chris Statlander's time. And I'm just excited to see her title reign and what she ends up doing. Then the next match we had was GOA versus The Swirl. When I heard The Swirl, I was like, who the heck is that? Until I realized it was Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. And I've only seen them wrestle a couple of times, to be honest with you, but it was nice to get a little refresher and be reminded of how truly underrated they are, because I believe they wrestle more on Ring of Honor, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're more Ring of Honor guys. So I haven't seen much of them, but they really can hang with the top guys. I mean, truly, GOA has worked their way to the top, and The Swirl, I believe, can do that too. Now, the name The Swirl is not the most intimidating, so I hope they change it at some point, but I really do like where they're headed. I think in the ring, they do some really amazing things. They remind me a lot of the Young Bucks or like a Javon Evans in a way, so really excited to see what they continue to do. But I thought that they brought a really great balance to this match against GOA. I mean, it was a classic battle between speed and power, but in the end, GOA won. And after the match, the Hurt Syndicate came out. So MVP got on the mic to get over with the fans really quick because they were in Hollywood, Florida. He's from South Florida, which is really cool because so am I. So that popped me too. But he said that he's pissed GOA and Ricochet beat the Hurt Syndicate. And he says that he wants a no DQ street fight, and they agreed. And that's exactly what we're getting next week on AEW Dynamite's Title Tuesday / the homecoming show, since they will be at Daly's Place. And guess who'll be there too? Me. I am so excited. I'm going to be bringing you guys all the content. So I'll talk more about it next week. But next week, there will be no Dynamite recap podcast episode just because I'm going to be at Dynamite. So I rather bring you guys a vlog of my experience at the show instead of just a little recap. So it's a little bit of different, but I'm super duper excited. Although we got to hop into the main event. The main event was a tornado mixed tag match. We had Darby Allin and Chris Statlander versus Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir of the Death Riders. This was a great match. I love mixed tag action so much. It's something we don't see very often, but when we do, it cooks. And this match, oh my gosh, did it cook. I mean, with this being a tornado mixed tag match, first of all, that means they can go wherever and do whatever they please. And that's exactly what they did. They utilized the arena so well. They were going up and down. ramps, up and down steps into the crowd. They were using the handrails as weapons. I mean, they were doing everything possible. And even the weapons themselves, I mean, thumbtacks, chairs, kendo sticks, everything you could possibly hope and dream for, it happened. The most insane spots. I mean, truly the best way to close out a 6-year anniversary show is with some of your OG stars in a mixed tornado tag match. It was absolutely amazing. But in the end, Darby Allin and Chris Statlander took the W, and truly it was such a good show. So let's head into my overall thoughts. As I just mentioned, amazing show. My match of the night, hands down, was the opening 6-man tag match between the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander versus Brodito and Kenny Omega. Truly one of my favorite matches of the year, to be honest. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm biased just because my favorites are in that match, but truly it was such a good match. All of my favorites resulting in just absolute greatness. And usually, you guys know, if you listen to Champion the Passion, I always do a segment of the night, but we actually didn't have any promos being cut necessarily, like a full-on segment, if you will. There was a lot more backstage segments, which I really did like. They were fun. Obviously, loved Mercedes. I thought there was just so many. They were all really good. But overall, I'd give the show about an 8.5 out of 10. It was so good, and I'm expecting next week to be even better. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this episode of Champion the Passion. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed. Follow me at It's Victoria Daisy across all social platforms, and follow Champion the Passion across all streaming platforms. Don't forget to champion your passions and celebrate the joy in what you love, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye!